come onto a child's pose. Put your forehead on the mat. You can open your knees wide if you want. Reach your elbows forward over the roller, and I'll just talk to you. You don't need to see me right now. Put your palms down and let your low back settle. And take some slow, deep breaths. So inhale through your nose really deeply. And exhale through your nose really deeply. Just let the beat kind of go. Everything else fall away. Turn your head a little bit to one direction, so you might go all the way to your temple, and then all the way the other direction. Just keep crossing over that kind of third eye space. It should start to calm your nervous system and allow your low back to lose its grip. Couple more. Keep breathing nice and slowly. And then carefully come up, and let's just get acquainted with the roller. So turn over on your back. Put the roller centered underneath your lowest rib. Walk your feet in a place where you can feel like you can lift your butt up and swing a bit. Put your hands behind your head. You can cradle your head all the way if you want to, and just start to bend your knees and unbend them so you start to feel the roller massaging your upper back. And once you feel like you've got it, you can rock your head back and then forward. Let your head fall back if it feels good, and forward. And just wake up your hamstrings and start to soothe your low back, your upper back. And bring it to the top of your lat muscles. So just between your armpit and your rib cage, and rock toward me, kind of across the fascia. So you're trying to get more mobility in your shoulder before we work. Cross it. Cross it. One more, and then go the other way away from me. Just leave your butt off the ground. So you're putting a lot of pressure on the roller. Go the other way, and the other way. One more. And let your head drop back one more time. Let your butt drop, and maybe let your arms fall. Just come to a place where it feels good. It shouldn't feel forced. And open your chest. And then come back and come onto your hands and knees. Now, I like to use the roller underneath my hands because it's great for grip, and it's great for working the muscles in your hands and forearms a little differently. If it doesn't feel good in any of these things that we're doing, just put your palms on the ground. You can be on your knees if you need to, but try to come up on your feet. You can widen the base and widen your hands. And that way you'll really be able to get your chest down. Keisha, you'll be able to touch your sternum to the roller. So that's gonna be your goal without dropping your hips. All right, we're gonna do 5 2-count push-ups and 2 counts up, go. Down, down, up, 1. Down, push 2. Down, push 2, really claw the roller. So your fingers pull in. Do 1 more, and then push up, come onto your hands and knees, and let the roller go forward into a puppy stretch. Come back, 5 more, so it's 4 sets of 5. Ready, go. Down, down, push, 1. Down, down, press 2. 3. 4, 1 more. Push up, come into a puppy stretch, roll your wrists forward on the roller. Come back, 2 more sets, go. Down, push 1, down. Nice, Keisha, push 2. I see you getting the chest of the roller. 3, 4. All right, take one more break. Roll your chest forward so you're opening up the muscles as you're working them. Last set. Ready, set, you go. Down, 1, down, 2, down, 3, 4, release. Okay, and now just right away flip over and put the roller underneath your calf muscles and turn your hands to face forward. You can shake your wrists a little bit. Turn your hands to face forward like reverse push-ups, but first we're gonna swing. So find a fun place on your calves where you might feel a little bit tight and lift your hips up. All right, now like you're on a swing set, lift your whole body up, lengthen your hips, open up your shoulders, and then pull all the way back, hover your butt as far back as you can so that you're maybe off the floor, and then do it faster. Up, back. You go at your own pace. 5 more. So you're massaging your calf muscles. You can turn them in and out as you go. Do 1 more, and then land with your seat just a little forward of your hips. Relax your seat now, relax your legs so they're very heavy on the roller. Take your left foot, turn it out, and put it on top of your right ankle. Then bend your elbows back like reverse push-ups, directly back, just 10 times, go. Bend, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, switch legs. Put your right leg on top, turn your both knees out so you have your pressure on the outside of your gastrocnemius, and bend your elbows back, back, back. 10 to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, release. Turn your feet to be parallel, flex them, reach up, and go for whatever hamstring stretch you can reach for on the roller. Just try not to push pressure on your knees because they're unsupported. Let your elbows drop down, your head drop down, and then carefully come up. And we're gonna go ahead and do some knee dancing on the roller. So put your shins, the top of your shin bones on the roller, your legs hip bone distance apart, and kind of get comfortable there. I like to curl my toes under. If that doesn't feel good on your toe joints, you don't have to. And just rock a little forward and back so you know you're secure. Got it? Okay. Put your hands on your hips to start. Grip your glutes, bend forward at your waist, and hinge back all the way. And then come up all the way. Go back and up. You have about 10 more and then we'll change it. Push up. Back. Push up, back, up. 4 more. Up. Maybe bend a little more at your waist and let your butt come closer to your heels. Bend a little bit more, let your butt come closer to your heels. 2 more. Back, push up, back, push up. Now go all the way back. Sit down and up. We're gonna prep for some squats we'll do when we stand. Sit, stretch your hips. Sit and stretch. When you sit, let your torso come forward, down and up, and let your heart rate spike a bit. 10 to finish this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold this one up. Now keep the grip on your glutes without tucking. Pull your ribs up. You can keep your feet pointed or flexed. Reach your arms up and open up your chest again. Open it wider. Reach your hands back. Maybe you can reach them so far back that you can hold on to your heels like a camel, and then push your chest up. Let your head fall back as much as it's comfortable, You can nod it a little side to sider. Say no. And then come up all the way, and we're gonna go right into some standing seat on the roller, which means you're laying down. So come forward and put the roller across your kind of iliac crest, across your hip bones, and you can come back into the plank position with your forearms down, or if that makes you kind of arch your back, that doesn't work for your proportions, you can open your arms wider and put your palms down. Whatever you need to do to get your ribs inward and upward, your shoulder blades downward and backward, and your abs up. Now give yourself a tuck. I'm not a big fan of a tuck unless it's not weight bearing, which is what you're doing now. So go ahead and go for it. Roll your pelvis under, straighten your right leg like crazy so your quads grip, bend your left knee and point that left foot and lift it up a little bit. So your knee's about level with the roller, your left knee, and then turn your kneecap downward. Pull your shoulder blades down again, your abs in, adjust your arms as needed as we go, and then lower your left knee a little, down and up, down, push up. Try not to let your left hip come off of the roller at all. And just keep about a halfway bend, not quite to 90 degrees in your left knee, your one that's working. Keep your right leg super straight. Go down, push up. Down, this is pretty sneaky. Really squeeze both sides of your seat together, almost like you're gonna graze leg to leg. So your inner thighs are engaged, and use your glutes and hamstrings and your calf muscles to pull your left leg down, up, go to your beat, up, 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 up. You have 10 more. Fight to keep that right supporting side glute gripped and your pelvis on the roller. Do one more. Hold your knee up as high as the roller, bend your knee in half. You can flex your foot if it feels better. Just turn that kneecap downward so that it's not turned out at all. Squeeze your seat side to side and lift your foot up, up, push up, push up. Keep going. Each time your foot goes up, pull your belly up higher and squeeze your right quads harder so your right leg straightens as much as it can. You're getting a stretch in your calf muscles right now again on your right leg. Bend your knee more if you can. Play with if you want to point or flex that left leg, and do 20 to finish this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Straighten that left leg. Let your hamstrings elongate. Put your toes down of your left leg. Bend your right knee. Pull your knees close together. Point your right foot. Lift your right leg up and down. Keep your tuck up, down, nice and kind of loose. You can let your knee drop as much as you can, as long as you can hold on to that tucked pelvis. Lift up, so that's your resistance. Keep a lot of pressure against the roller with your right side of your pelvis. Up, up, up. Keep going. You can close your eyes if you want to. You guys know it. And just go to your beat. Keep finessing it. So pull both sides of your belly in, your shoulder blades down, lift the back of your neck up without craning it or without feeling any pressure in your neck. Point your foot hard. Let your hamstrings, calves, glutes do the work on your right leg. Your quads and your glutes do the work on your left leg. 10 more. Lift 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold your leg up, bend it in half, flex or point that right leg, that right foot, and push your right leg up without moving your hip bones at all. Push up, bend as much as you can, pull your belly up, up, up. 20 to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bend your knee more for the last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Release. Okay, come back into your down dog. So push your palms down, bend your knees, and then propel yourself up into a hamstring stretch. Lift your butt up high, lift your heels up high, and bend your knees and lift your butt up higher. Drop your head, hold that for breath, and then straighten your right leg, deeply push your heel down if you can. Switch, come back up high on your right heel, on the right ball of your right foot, and push your left heel down and straighten your left leg. Okay, then just push both heels down, walk yourself up, find your roller, step out into a wide second position. Whoa, okay, wider than probably even typical. So your shin bones are really parallel to each other. And you can just hold onto the roller for a moment and rock side to side. Adjust yourself so you're upright. Find that standing position again. We've been down for a long time, and then push down and up for a bit. Just a few to get your hips to loosen. All right, find your outside of your seat now. Push your knees back. Hold onto the roller like this. So palm to palm against the roller, and then pull your shoulder blades down. Lift your arms up. Pull your shoulder blades down again. Push against the roller. Shake your head so there's no tension there. Really put pressure hand to hand against the edges of the roller. Keep your knees pushing back too. And then we're gonna go to the right. So turn your torso just sideways. Keep your feet still, your knees still, and then come up. Use your oblique muscles on your right side. Do that again 3 times to the right. Side, bend, come up. Fight with your left glutes really hard to keep your foot down and still. 2 more. Side. So this is functional movement. 1 more. Side. And then just reverse it. Go the other way. To the left. Come up. Nice and slow if you need to. You don't want to rush this part. Up. Bend your knees more if you can now. Side. Same side. Come up. Do 1 more, then we'll change it. Side. Come up. Reverse directions again, but this time go side. Let yourself bend at your hips. Bend your knees more. Roll the roller down to the floor. And then come all the way up like a big circle. A little faster. Down. Push your knees back. Come up. Bend your knees more as you go down. Less than the bend as you come up. Maybe all the way. Down. Down. Up. Keep putting pressure on the roller, hand to hand. Down. Full body stretch and work. Eccentric contractions, your oblique muscles. Isometric contractions in your leg. Go the other way. Out, down, open everything up. Out, down, open everything up. 1 more. Out, down. All right, hold it. Hold the roller over your head if you can, and bend your knees down, down. Keep the roller right over your head. If it feels okay, we'll be doing this in a moment. Put the roller kind of like a back squat behind your shoulders and let your elbows come downward toward your waist. Maybe walk your hands closer together and push down, down, down. Lift up your right heel if you can and push down just 10 times. 1, 2, of course your knees are going back as you go. 5 more. 1, 2, down 3, 4, lower that right heel, lift up your left one and push down. Same pace, go to the beat of the music you're hearing. You have 10 total. Down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Push both heels down. Turn your feet to parallel. Straighten your legs and reach forward and down like a prostrata. Drop your head. And then let go of the roller. Reach your hands behind you for a chest opener. Interlace your fingers. You can pull your palms together if you want. Drop your head. Take a moment to let your hamstrings and your low back stretch, and then let your hands fall toward me as much as you can. All right, put your hands on your waist, come up with a flat back, and then just kind of walk up. Pick up your roller again. I'll turn sideways. We're gonna do parallel feet, hold onto your roller, and if you have a chair nearby, if the roller doesn't become enough support, just have something nearby. Okay, so face the roller with your feet just parallel, hips distance apart. Lightly touch it so there's no pressure, and then bend both knees with your heels down toward the roller, and then as you straighten your legs, propel yourself up to releve. Bend, hesitate on the releve, so it's kind of like a jump. Down, up, down, hold the up, down, up, down, push up. So you're getting mobility in your ankles, push up. The reason you had the roller underneath your calves before was so you can kind of loosen up the fascia around your calf muscles and see if you can get your ankles to become more mobile, and maybe you'll be able to feel more secure in your releves. Do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, hold it up, untuck if you have one, and bend your knees toward the roller. Stay parallel, hips distance apart, so your knees aim a little bit inward, but not together toward the roller. And then just bend 2 counts down, down, and up. Now this is where if you don't feel steady, you can hold on to something next to you. Otherwise, just use the roller. Working on balance. Balance is great for clarity. It's hard to think about anything else when you're trying to just hold yourself up. Down. And this is what we're doing right now, just escaping for a moment, clearing our heads, and letting our bodies just kind of move out any stuck energy. Down, up, 2 more slow. Down, up. This one, hold it down, go to your lowest point. I know you guys can drop and then push down, down at a faster beat. 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe just a fingertip on the roller or 2. Keep your heels up though. 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your heels down. Keep your knees bent. Hold on to that roller again. Separate your feet just a little bit more, not like a full squat, but just a little bit more. Hip bone distance apart. Put the roller behind your neck. Drop your elbows down and do a squat. Bend at your hips. Bring your chest forward. Get as low as you can with the weight on your heels without opening your knees wider right now. And then push straight up to extend your hips. Let's do it on a beat. So go down, up, up. Just about 4 more to get the feeling in your legs, and then we'll add your arms. Working on mobility in our hips. All right, now hold your bend. This time reach your arms forward so they're in line with your torso. So your arm bones are in line with your spine. Push against the roller side to side again, so your palms are squeezing it. And then do the same thing. Go a little bit lower, push straight up. And when you go up, try to push the roller a little bit back so it opens your chest. If this is too fast to get low, well then just slow down. It's fine. Down, up, down, up. 4 more. 1, just priming the pump. We're gonna do a variation of folder after this. Do 1 more, and then put the roller down. Turn your feet closer together again, parallel. I'm gonna use my left leg first. Take your left leg back, keep your right leg soft. If this is not gonna be enough support for you, hold on to something next to you. Lift up your left leg, bend it in half. Now really focus today on turning your left hip down. I know we don't always do that at bar method. So turn your kneecap downward, close your hip. Turn your ribs forward, pull your belly up. So your knee might not be quite as high, that's okay. If you can put both hands on the roller, that's great. If it sacrifices your form, well then just hold on to something. All right, start to move your leg kind of like you did in that standing seat laying down. Push up and down. So you can unbend your leg a little bit if it feels good. Up, just make it feel good on your low back. Up, but keep your kneecap facing the floor and your left hip level with your right today. So you're really getting your glute max. Sometimes we work our hip muscles too much, the smaller ones, and your outside quad muscle can do this lift too. So you want to limit that ability for your other muscles to take over and just let your glute max do the lifting. Up and down, 10 more. Hold it up, bend your knee in half just like you did in the seat work before. Flex your foot or not and push up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Switch feet. Take your right leg back. Again, hold on if you need to. Lift up your leg, bend it. Square your hips as much as you can. I know that's sacrilege for what we're used to, but really work on not letting your outside hip muscles take over, and lift your leg up about 2 inches and back down, up about 2 inches, back down. Keep your abs in, your upper back still, your standing leg really supportive. Keep going. Up, up, up. Lift, lift. Try to linger in the lift a little bit longer. And the downward motion is just a release. You are working your hip flexors when you let your leg go down a little bit more. That's okay, as long as it feels good on your low back. Push up, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold your leg up, bend it in half. You can flex your foot if you want to. Try 2 hands on the roller if you can, and push up. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Release and stand up. Take your feet as wide as your mat now, as wide as your yoga mat if you're sideways. And we'll go back to the squats. We'll start with your arms up in line with your torso. Turn your toes out just a little bit. So you have a kind of like a narrow V, but it's not a V, it's a wide whatever, W. Okay, and sit back into a squat. Try to get your hips low, your torso long without bending at your waist, and pull back up. So we'll go down, big motions, down, lift your hips to extend them fully, and grip your seat at the top. Hopefully with this wider base you can get lower. Let your arms go back just a hair as you come up. Up. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, hold it down. Come into a deep squat. Reach your hands forward. Reach your body forward. Drop your hips lower if you can. Go lower, and then try to make a long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Horizontal and parallel to the floor. All right, now dip down just your seat. Down a little, down a little. Keep shifting weight back. Reach your arms forward hard. Push your palms toward each other against the edges of the roller. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down, but before you straighten your legs, come down into a squat. You can heel toe it a little bit. Get your elbows inside your shins, in the inner part of your knees, and sit as low as you can. Roll the roller forward and round your back. Drop your head, push your outer arms into your inner knees, and let your tailbone drop really heavily down. Okay, and then push against the roller and straighten your legs all the way into a hamstring stretch. Turn your feet forward, parallel hip distance apart, and drop down. Okay, let's come down onto the roller again for another plank. I missed it with you guys because I was fudging with the music. So let's do it together again. And this is ab work. So we're in ab work now. Pull your feet together. Put your forearms on the roller in a place that feels comfortable. Try to get your upper arm bones straight up and down. Feet together. Grip your glutes, pull your abs in. I'll wait for you. All right. Now, lift your left knee up to your shoulder and down. Right, down. Turn at your waist so it's oblique work. Alternating legs. Turn out your knee that comes up, and maybe it'll tap toward the roller. Maybe it taps the roller. Up, down. Just do what you can, but turn it out and turn at your waist toward your knee that's coming toward you. 10 more, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it still. Separate your feet to parallel. Stay there. Now drop your right knee and put it in toward your midline and back to straight. Left knee in, back to straight. So now let your waist rotate a little bit inward. Just keep your chest still. Knee, straighten it. Bend your knee. Faster. Knee, knee, tap your knee. Down, down. Just make sure that back leg comes all the way to straight. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep rotating your knee in. 6, 7, 8, 9. Release. Okay. And then come down on your mat for a second without the roller. Put your chest down and pull your feet together. Reach your hands back like you did in the other hamstring stretch. Push your palms together, lift your chest, straighten your arms, and lift your feet up. And then drop your head just a little bit so the back of your neck is straight. Shalabhasana. Hold it. 3 more breaths. So you breathe it through. All right, release and carefully come up onto your hands and knees. Okay, I want to do a little bit more ab work. So we're going to do a variation of pretzel on the roller. Put your right thigh bone on the roller. And this is going to be 90-90 positions. We're going to call this 90-90. Put your right thigh bone on the roller and make your legs 2 90-degree angles. The roller supports your knee of your right leg all the way up to your hip. Okay, and then put both hands on the roller at the top of the roller. So if you need to shift back, shift back. Contract your supporting side hamstrings, flex your supporting side foot. Then flex your working foot and lift your foot up, keep your knee down. Got it? Okay, so really contract this leg and this leg. And then hold your knee off of the ground. And just push down on the roller with both hands and feel your abs contract from the front and from your left side. Hold still. Just get the feeling, which is a 10 count, hold more. 10 more counts, just breathe. Really contract your hamstrings on this side too, the one that's supporting you. All right, point your left foot now. Put your right hand down on the ground, lean a little bit to the right. This is ab work. So pull your left knee to your left shoulder. Keep your left hand on the roller. Up, turn your waist a little bit toward your left knee, then rotate your hip down and your knee down. Okay, let's do that rhythmically. Keep this leg contracted. Up, down, up, down. Push your left hand down on the roller when your knee goes back and allow a full rotation of your hip. You're loosening up any tension in your hip joint. Now let it be a little bit looser in your waist. Just trust yourself. Keep this lower leg contracted, so that's your base, and move your waist, move your leg and your hip joint, full range motion, back, in, tap, in, tap your knee down, knee to shoulder, knee to floor, knee to shoulder, knee to floor. Of course, keep your shoulder blades back and down, but let your waist and your hips feel free. Knee to shoulder, knee to floor, shoulder, floor. I'm not doing any crunches today. That's basically how we're living. Bent forward, hunched over, tense. So now you just kind of release it. 10 more. Big as you want. Maybe bend more forward at your hip as you go down. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one, hold your knee down. Put both hands back on the roller. You can keep your knee down and your foot up like a regular pretzel, but hold your hands on the roller and push down so you have a contraction in your abs, and then lift your leg up just 10 times. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your right hand down, do that regular mermaid stretch like we do, and then knock your knee off the roller onto the floor. Okay, then turn your roller so that it's facing perpendicular to you, and it's kind of like a pigeon prep. Hook your right foot, the one that supported you, not the one you just worked, your right leg back on the roller, and turn your hips forward and propel yourself forward and back and massage your IT band. Got it? Up and down, a couple more times. And then keep your left knee on the floor now. Take your right foot off of the roller and try to get it fairly parallel to the floor, but get your right knee all the way to the ground. With the roller underneath your right hip, you should be able to get your knee off the ground, or on the ground. And then come down and forward. Just a couple of deep breaths through your nose and out through your nose. When we free our hips, we really allow ourselves to free our neck. They're so tied together. Okay, and then come upright, stay in that position. Put your right hand down, and if you can, bend your back leg. Same hand to leg. Take hold of your foot, turn your knee forward, and come into a deep quad stretch. Then push your foot back and let that open your chest. So you're in a little back bend. A lot of pressure on the roller in your right hip. Okay, other side. Turn around with your roller underneath your left thigh. So this leg, this supportive leg, needs to be contracted. So you can point your foot if it feels better. I like to flex it because it gives me a solid base. Contract your hamstrings, contract your glutes, put both hands on the roller, bring your legs into 290-degree angles, lift your knee up, contract your right external obliques and your rectus abdominis, bend it a little bit, hold it, just hold it, push down on the roller, 10 counts, few breaths. Steady yourself in position, allow your hips to remember this, kind of accommodate the position. Then take your left hand on the ground, hinge forward at your hips, and point your foot, and then it's knee to shoulder, down, up and down, up and down. Turn toward your right thigh that's coming toward you, and then tap your right knee to the ground. Keep your right foot off the floor when you do that. So you're getting a full hip rotation, up, down. It doesn't look too pretty, but you should feel it in the side of your waist, and it's gonna just lubricate your hip joints. Turn toward your thigh, turn forward. Turn your chest toward your thigh, turn your chest forward. Really stabilize that lower leg. So keep your hamstrings on your left leg contracted. This is oblique work, 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do one more, complete the rep, and then hold your knee either on the ground with your foot up or off of the ground, hovering with your foot higher than your knee. Push both hands back on the roller and just lift your leg, holding that position. Let your glutes lift 10 times to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower your knee. Let your knee come off the roller onto the ground. Come into a mermaid stretch. And then come down, turn the roller perpendicular to your spine. Hook your left foot on the roller and your left thigh bone off of it. Turn your right knee down and just propel yourself forward and back with your right foot. And let your IT band get a good massage on your supporting side leg. That's the one that usually gets tight in pretzel, believe it or not. Okay, I'm sure you believe it. And then put your left foot down. Get your knee all the way to the ground, so adjust the roller as needed. If you can get your shin parallel to the front of the mat, that's great. Otherwise, just get your knee and shin down. Turn your right hip down, come down and forward and free your left hip. Pull your chest forward. 2 big breaths, in through your nose and out through your nose. Once you feel the release in your hips, push your hands against the ground and upright your spine. If you're able to, reach your right hand back for your right foot. First, pull your foot into your glutes. You get a big quad stretch. And then maybe push your foot back and allow your upper back to arch slightly, look up. Okay, last little bit. Come on the roller, perpendicular to your spine, or not perpendicular, parallel to your spine, so underneath your spine. Put the roller underneath your tailbone and then roll back. Just trust it, roll back. And if your head's not on it, shift down. You might need to get your ponytail off of it. Put your hands down, bend your knees inward, and lift your feet up. Point your feet. And just accommodate yourself. Just let yourself get used to the feeling a little bit. And twist at your hips, left to right. Left to right. Keep your knees together, glued together. If you fall, it's no big deal. And then start to bend your knees more. Pull them in toward your chest as you just kind of shimmy left and right on the roller. Let your hip bone come toward your ribs on each side and then go the other way. So it's just right, left, left. Now keep going in. Start to unbend your knees. Keep your knees together. Pull them up. Left and right. So it's a little massage for your low back and more ab work. Right, left. Maybe let your feet now fall forward. If you start to feel your low back arch, that's your stopping point. So you stop there. Try to relax your shoulders down. Maybe widen your hands like a cross. Bring your feet back up. You have 10 more shimmies. Right, left, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it. Hold your feet over your hips, soft knees, and then let your right leg come down. And then you stop when you feel your low back start to arch. That's your stopping point. Keep your legs rigid and soft, and then switch legs. Switch legs. Each time you switch, pull your low back down against the roller. Switch. 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 Let your neck be long today and your shoulders drop. Switch. 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 Let's do it faster, just 10 times. 1, 2, keep your low back down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bring both feet up. Hold them up with soft knees. Turn your feet into a diamond. Cross your left ankle over your right like you did when you were on the roller in reverse push-ups. Then switch. Then switch. Keep your low back down. Switch. Switch. Each time you switch, lower your feet a little bit, but keep your low back pinned and your shoulder blades pulling inward toward the roller. So they're hugging the roller. shoulder blades hugging inward, grasping the roller. You stop lowering your legs when you feel your low back arch. That's your stopping point, just hold it. Bring it back up. 5 more slow. 2, 3. All right, twice as fast, we're going to 20. 10 down, 10 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now up 10 times. 1, cross 2, cross 3, cross 4, cross 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull your feet together, back to parallel, squeeze your knees together. All right, now bend your knees a lot, pull them into your chest, and then pull them toward your right shoulder and shift your hips to the left. So you're gonna be a little bit crossways on the roller, your hips to the left, your knees to the right. Then straighten your legs up and bring it back to center. Bring your knees to the left, feet to the right, hips to the right, and twice as fast. Shift and shift, like a little salsa. You can let your shoulders move a little bit more weight onto one elbow and then the other elbow. So you're bending at your waistline a little bit to accommodate the move. Squeeze your inner thighs together though. And then you're using your oblique muscles and all your back stabilizers. Last 10, that's it. 1, then we stretch. 2, 3, make it big. Maybe you fall. 4, how far can you go before you fall? 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your feet down. Lift your hips up for a moment. Put your hands down and just lift your hips up. Walk your feet closer to the roller and rock your head side to side. Let your head go side to side. And then lower your hips and come up. Turn the roller back like you were in the beginning of class, so it's perpendicular to your spine, underneath your ribs, maybe a little bit lower now, so it's a little bit more on your QL muscles, and lift your hips up. You can walk your feet forward if you need to, especially in case you have long legs. Hold on to your head, cradle it, and roll all the way up and all the way back. All the way up and all the way back. Now when you go back, when the roller comes up, you can let your head drop, ponytail to the floor. And when you come up, bend at your waist and let your hips extend. And then you go at your own pace. It's a massage and a little extra release for that myofascial tissue in your back that covers our muscles, holds them too tight most of the time. And a chest opener. Couple more breaths. All right, then hold it low. So it's kind of at the lower part of your ribs. If it's okay, you can let it be on your soft tissue. And then go a little side and a little side. Little side and a little side. Just go as far as you can. Release and roll over. Come onto your hips. Lift your feet up. This is the good part, and just propel yourself up until the roller is under your lower quads, and then propel yourself back and swing like you did the other direction before. Like a kid. Swing up and swing back. And it's a little bit on your abs, all the way through your hip flexors, all the way to your knees. And then lower the roller to the lower part of your legs. You can just kind of crawl it down. And then massage up and down your lower quads. Pike up your hips and back down. Pike up and back down. Couple more. One more. Let it go. And then let your feet come down. And if it feels okay, put your head on your hands, let your knees drop, and let the roller just lift you into a slight arch in your back. Undoing that standing seat work. Fall on the roller. All right, sit up and let's just lunge. You can let go of the roller, step your right foot forward, push into a high lunge, turn at your waist, reach your right arm up and back, and then up and forward, come into a gentle hamstring stretch or a split. Switch legs, swing it around, step your left foot forward, lunge. Come into a high lunge if you want to, twist, reach your left arm up, back if you can, and up. And one more stretch on the roller. Sit on the roller. This is a little intimate. Put the roller underneath where your hamstrings and glutes come together. Pull your feet together. Baddha Konasana. Bring your feet as close as you can together. And then hold onto your feet and just roll a little bit forward and back on the roller and release the connective tissue that binds your hamstrings and glute muscles toward each other. And then let your feet come out into a straddle. It might not be as wide since you're on the roller, that's okay. Reach your arms up and go one way, over and down. And even here, point your foot and flex your feet, point your feet and flex your feet, and it'll roll you a little bit forward and back on the roller, massaging the connective tissue around your hips, the posterior side. Okay, and then walk it the other way. Hold on, reach up first so you stretch your waist. Then turn down, hold on wherever you can to your other foot and point and flex your feet. And let yourself roll forward and back. Just an inch. All right, come up and off the roller. Thank you so much for joining me. Small intimate class today. It was great to see you. See you later.